Hey, alright, today I'll be doing a review of my Cult Classic wheels. Now, this is a new set I got, so they're not fully broken in yet, but I can review them because I've spent extensive time on them. Alright, so first I'll talk about the specs. They are 70 millimeters in diameter, they are ATA, they have a 30 millimeter contact patch, which is pretty narrow for a wheel, but then again, this is a free-ride wheel, so it's an incredibly fun sliding wheel. And the total overall width is 46 millimeters. They are from mythos, I can't say the word, mysothane formula, and that's just means it's pretty slidey. They have a 10 millimeter spacer, like most standard wheels. Um, so now I'll talk about the pros and cons of these wheels. All right, so these are a really fun free-ride wheel. I would not recommend them for downhill due to the small contact patch and the sliding characteristics of the thing. They're, well, technically offset, but they're pretty much side set. They're offset by about a millimeter, so it acts as in side set. They have really nice kind of big thick lips that are super rounded, so pretty smooth slide. They're buttery, really buttery actually. They don't chunk unless you slide on crazy messed up pavement, which I did, and I chunked them when I was breaking them in. And they take a super long time to break in, as you can see. They're still burning on mine, and I've had these for about like a week now. So yeah, they take a long time to break in. They're fun. I'd recommend them for kind of, well, free-ride slope style setups, and I wouldn't recommend them on well, downhill obviously, or carving. And they're more of a, in my opinion, a drop through or drop deck oriented wheel. I've ridden them on a 9 to 5, a Nemesis, a Vendetta, a Hellcat, and they all feel really, really nice. And this is my first time mounting them on a top mount on my Elise, and it might just be my board, but these wheels, they grip more on my Elise, and they also have a bit of a chatterier slide, and they're kind of, I don't know, they don't slide for as far as, or as controllably as I'm used to, but then again, when I rode them on my 9 to 5, they had the most amazing slide I've ever felt, and they're just a really, really fun wheel to slide around on. Um, so, other things about this wheel, they're really cheap. Like on switchback longboards, they're $35. So even if you do like destroy them, they're really cheap and just buy a new set of them. Another thing is they have an interesting type of slide. They're not really like an ABEC 11 kind of slide. They feel kind of like I don't know if you guys have tried Morathane, which is the center set free-ride urethane. But these kind of feel like that because they don't leave lines and they're kind of icy if you're going fast. But they're really, really, really buttery, and they are fast rolling until you start to cone them, and they cone really fast just because they are side set. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but this wheel right here has already started to cone, and I haven't even broken them in yet. So yeah, they cone fast, and once they cone, they kind of, I don't know, they roll a lot slower, obviously because of the more urethane having to push down. But these are a really fun wheel. I'd say just go get them, try them out. They last a lot longer than ABEC 11s because they have a different type of slide, different formula. They don't leave, well, mine haven't left lines in previous times, but I've only tried the blue, green, and pinks. I haven't tried the yellows yet, and apparently the yellows leave kind of like darkish lines. But they're definitely not like a chalky sliding ABEC 11 wheel. They're more of a kind of sliding over rather than like shaving away. If ABEC 11 kind of like shaves away, these are kind of like and kind of slides over, more like, well, more icy feeling wheel actually, but they don't ice out unless you're going really fast and lean back too much or lean forward too much, depending on what slide you're doing. As I said earlier, they're a tiny bit harder to control than my flashbacks, and I'm thinking that's because of the lip. and like they slide out really easily, which is good for sliding and freeriding. But because the lip is so round, they don't really have a very good hookup. So you can't. It's a bit hard to do speed checks on them. Whereas my flashbacks, since they have square lips, they're really easy for speed checks. So that's why I recommend these on a drop through board, because you don't need much leverage to throw these out, and they're just really fun. They feel nicer on a drop through. It might be just because I'm on top of these wheels and they slide differently when you're right on top of them, whereas beside them, um, great wheels. They come only in 80A, but they come in green, blue, yellow, and magenta. And then they also make cult converters, which are a totally different urethane, in 85A. And I'm going to do a review of those when I get back home, because I have them, and I'll say that they are phenomenal wheels for sliding. Probably best slopestyle wheel I've ever tried, but more on that later. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below, and subscribe, favorite, like this video, and as always, have a good time.